matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Ricochet in at the small forward position. Adebayo laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Bam knowing what to do. He's owning the paint right now.
And Hero comes to help. Here's Daniels. Wiggins with a steal. And here we go, the Heat fast break. And Burks with the basket on the assist by Wiggins. And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. 4-point game. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defender's just too worried about Trae pulling up on the shot, so he took advantage and just flew by him.
Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he's so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
Wiggins for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with you. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Man, bigs like Adebayo gotta drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Burks against Young. Hero outside. Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Just 5 to shoot. Burks for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Young misses.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Offensive board. Where? Wiggins with it. And here's Adebayo. It's stolen by Okongwu. 3 on 3. Here's Young. Pass to Daniels. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Okongwu. Here's Young. It's tipped. Outside Burks to the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
They get it again. Pass to Hero. From outside the arc, drains the triple. Hero's got 5.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And it's Ware missing. Hawks trail by 9. Young from long range. The rebound by Wiggins.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And finished off by Adebayo.
And Bam with great hands there to leap up and time that one.
Johnson. And a nice finish on the layup.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Ware. Knocks down the long J. He's got 5.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Wiggins for 3, and again it's Miami from deep.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough for from that spot.
Johnson with a bucket.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
From the wing. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Young. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Tyler Hero.
That's the attitude that the coaching staff talked to us about before the game. Heads up, aggressive play, and right at whoever's guarding Trae Young. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Hero, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And so it's the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Miami?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Davion Mitchell. And it's Robinson in at the 2. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Hawks trail by 5. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
For 3, Robinson sinks the tray. Robinson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, that's way back there as Duncan Robinson sets up solid.
Pass to Niang. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Fades back. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Anderson can't get it to go. It's stolen by Love. Pass to Jaquez. Now here's Robinson. That 3's off the mark. Now here's man. Check by Mitchell. On the wing man. He's got 5. Here's Buffkin. Anderson covers. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Niang. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Pass to Niang. Outside man. Stolen by Anderson. Beyond the arc. Capella with a rebound. Hawks trail by 5. Niang with it. Guarded now by Jaquez. And they'll get another chance. Niang outside. Lets it go from deep. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Anderson drives. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
Anderson has those long strides anytime he's in the open court. A difficult player to guard when he's going to the rack.
Love with the defensive effort.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Nails it from three.
Oh, so important that Anderson can step up and knock down shots like that.
Here's LeVert. Pass to Capella. From behind the arc. Outside for LeVert. From downtown. It's hauled in by the Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Jaquez. From outside, off the mark. Hawks trail by 7. And there's the drive.
Get up to throw down.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
Anderson continues to work on the shot and wants to be more and more consistent. There's a good sign there.
Niang outside. Robinson with a steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Counted. And now a 9-point Miami lead.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to LeVert. He takes it in. That one falls.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Now here's Mitchell, guarded closely. Outside Robinson. He gets it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Miami Heat closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. Back to the game after this break. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. How about Bam Adebayo? What an impact he's making.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. Wiggins from long range. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 5 rebounds in the game. Burks for 3. Good! And the assist goes to Adebayo. Burks has got 5. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
No good on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Pass to Hero. To the inside. Tipped. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Ball's going up the court. Johnson with a bucket.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Miami leading by 12. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
And again, no good by Miami. For Atlanta, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Young on the attack. And he comes up with a bucket. He's got 9.
And there's some agility as Trae Young maneuvers to the shot he wants.
Fearless from Young inside. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Has to Ware. Now Burks. Hero on the wing, covered by Johnson. Here's Ware. Shot clock at 5. A clear look for Hero. It's good from about 19 feet. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
Daniels. Here's a Kongwu. Pass to Daniels. There's Young with the 3. Look at Young, making it look easy.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Hero against Young. From the stripe. On the wing, Burks. Adebayo finds Hero. Fires the 3. On the push, here comes Atlanta. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. It's on Tyler Hero. Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Risache does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
A line change here for Miami. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Capella, he's checked in for a Kongwu. Niang comes in for Johnson. Levert's checked in for Daniels. And it's Bufkin in for Young.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they've met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And Atlanta making a change here. Mann's checked in. And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. At one point, they led by 16. Outside Jaquez. For 3, Robinson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Here's Mann. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Heat leading by 11. The 3 from Mitchell. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Atlanta again missing. The Heat have gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. And it's Mitchell, the miss. Here's Levert. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Robinson in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The deep 3. Robinson can't hit. Hawks trail by 7. Levert right side. And Jaquez over to help on the wing man. The 3 on target from range.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
The 3 is up. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Anderson.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
From deep. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And one of those nights where Duncan Robinson gets hot, I'd be on the lookout.
On the take.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Shoots a fadeaway. Bufkin with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
It's Anderson on the wing. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Misses the jumper. Here's Mann, driving to the basket. Yep, count it. Mann's got 5 points in the quarter.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. So Miami ends up going with a new group. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Trae Young, he's checked in for Bufkin. And Atlanta with possession here. They trail by 6. Young inside. He's guarded by Hero. And he lobs it up.
Well, this team has trusted Young's ability to run an offense, and that includes him finding teammates.
Up top, Hero. Guarded by Young. Wiggins from long range. Atlanta with the rebound. Left side, Young. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
Wiggins right side. Adebayo passes to Hero from deep three-point land. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Hero against Young. To tie it up. And he hits it to tie the game. Young's got 11 points here in the second half.
They fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
And Burks gets it to go.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Young looking for an opening. Outside to LeVert. Pass to Niang. 1:27 left to play in the fourth. Off target from three-point range. Heat leading by 3. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
And this is a huge step showing trust in Bam's play in the biggest moments.
Here's Capella. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Adebayo, no good. Atlanta has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
Such a talented offensive player. LeVert is a great option late.
Hero from way outside. Atlanta with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Young from long range. It falls. Oh, an enormous three-pointer. Hero against Young. Left side Burks. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Capella. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Niang a screen. There's Young with the 3. No good from three-point range. And here's Adebayo. Oh, he nails it!
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that
it's Pirtle in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Heat, we've got Alec Burks. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. Quickly finds Barrett. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Hero attacking. And it's good for 2.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. Back to Quickly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Ware. No good with the triple. 3 on 3. Here's Barnes. Rebound by the Heat. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, if you allow him to work in space, turn the lights out.
Barnes can't get it to go. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Adebayo outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's field, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Pirtle. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
To the paint. And they get it, and it's finished off inside by Pirtle.
Well, this is the expectation for Jakob Pirtle. His scoring in the post has to be there for him.
Hero against Quickly. Pass to Ware. Pirtle with the steal. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Off target with the jump hook. Wiggins with it. Picked up by Barrett. And it's Wiggins missing. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Toronto. 6-point game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, for a player with Pirtle's size, that type of play he needs to make. Get inside, draw contact, get to the line, be physical. Love it.
Walter, he's checked in for Barnes. The Heat leading by 5. Wiggins from outside. Walter pulls it in. Pass to Pirtle. Over Adebayo. Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 5 points so far.
The hand in the face does nothing to distract Jakob Pirtle. How about the size, the strength? It's going to be hard to block this guy's shot.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Hero kicks to Burks, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And the great Dwayne Wade in attendance here in Miami.
Yeah, a 3-time champion with the Heat. Helped bring them their first banner in this town. That man is royal.
The Raptors making a switch here. Castleton's checked in. Miami leading by 6. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Raptors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
Number 4, Scotty Barnes.
And the Raptors shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. And that one's good quickly.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Where, no good. Raptors trail by 3. And there's the drive. Pass to Abaji. Here's Mobo. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Raptors substitution. Number 23, Jamal.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter.
Toronto foul. Shea. First personal foul. First team foul.
Toronto on defense. Hero from long range. Barnes grabs the miss. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Shed. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Yeah, we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset, finds the open player in that instance.
Works for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Shed. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Shed's got his second basket of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's the Heat leading by just 2. Live from Miami. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Miami.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
They've got Wiggins. Alec Burks is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Right wing, here's Abaji. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. The Heat with the lead. Hero from long range to the inside on the left block, and Burks puts it in. Burks has got the first basket of the second quarter for Miami. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Barnes. Here's Mobo. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
The score now all even. Shed's got 6 points.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
The 3 from Barnes buries the long-range jumper. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers and quickly converting.
Toronto leading by 3. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for the Raptors, Jakob.
Here's Ingram. Nothing on the board. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Offensive rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Here's Quickly. Got a hand on it. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down hard.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
Here's Pirtle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. For Toronto, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Both free throws good from Pirtle. Miami trailing. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Miami no good on that time either. Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Boy, you realize how fast Wiggins is moving when he pulls up on a dime like that.
Works for 3, drills the three-pointer. And now a 6-point Heat lead.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
That one goes in. 9 points for Jakob Pirtle.
I think it's a big help when Pirtle can make the mid-range. It forces the defense to bring the bigs out of the post, and it really opens up things.
Ware, no good. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Pirtle. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Pirtle's got 6 here in this quarter. Launches a 3. Ware, no good. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. Barnes kicks to Pirtle. Wiggins with the block.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
Ware, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine. No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Here's Pirtle. Another shot. Banked in off the glass. Pirtle's got 13.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Adebayo, that's a 2-pointer. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Jakob Pirtle, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And get ready for the half-court shot. Draws, please. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Jakob Pirtle in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Ingram. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Love the pass to Anderson. Fires for 3. That falls. Big assist by Love. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Barnes. Good D by Anderson. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside, Love kicks to Anderson. The tray. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Barnes, and there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ingram's got 5 rebounds tonight. And that one's good. Barnes.
Opportunistic play by Scotty Barnes, recognizing his teammate makes a defensive play. Let me get out in transition.
Rebound by the Heat.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And stolen by Barnes. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, Scotty Barnes is a two-way player. Does it himself in that instance. Makes the steal and then scores it. Okay, Scotty.
And Anderson gets it to go.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Lets the 3 fly. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barnes finds Ingram. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here's Anderson from the arc. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Anderson outside. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 12.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Anderson against Barnes. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Scotty Barnes picks one up. The Heat have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game. That one misses. Raptors with the lead. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Walter. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Heat shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And that one's good. Love.
Kevin Love is a big-time skilled big man. And how about that response from distance? Go ahead, sir.
Here's Mobo. Good D by Anderson. Heat have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. From downtown, offensive rebound. 43 seconds left to play in the third.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And Toronto also making a switch. Lawson's checked in. Ware, no good. Raptors have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. They grabbed their own miss. Miami trailing. Here's Burks. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 10.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Three-pointer, Lawson. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Oh, man, that's a monster shot to close out the third, and the lead is theirs.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Raptors lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean,
Gathered to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Hero finds Wiggins. Shoots. Walter pulls it in.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Misses the 3.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Pass to Shed. In the corner, it's Boucher. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Hero with it. Burks in the corner. Hits it from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 2.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
Hero, no good. Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. There's the triple. Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Shed. Here's Walter. Sinks the triple. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Again, the miss by the Heat.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto.
Substitution on the court.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Anderson, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. The Heat have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Anderson wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Barnes draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Scotty Barnes, big-time delivery. Big spot, young man. Yes, sir.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Burks kicks to Anderson. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Barnes can't get it to go. Heat shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And here's Anderson for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Toronto's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. And again, Toronto no up. And here are the Heat. And here's Anderson for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Anderson's got 13 points in the second hit. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Burks finds Anderson. Adebayo with a screen on Barrett.
Another Tin Cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Hero, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Good on the three-point shot.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So it's Toronto winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was... action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Quickly out there with Ingram, and it's Barrett at the small forward position.
It felt like RJ did a great job there of just baiting the defense in order to get the contact.
And so Barrett nails both of them. Rizachet with it. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Ingram going inside. Sweet little floater.
Yeah, more and more the contact just not slowing down Brandon Ingram as he mixes it up on the inside through contact.
They get the rebound. Young against Quickly. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Rizachet. And a miss there on the triple. Pirtle with the ball. Okongwu covering for Jakob Pirtle. His parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say Brent did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents members of the Austrian national volleyball teams and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
A nice shot by Young.
And Trey doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Barnes lays it up and banks it in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Rizachet.
And this kid, Rizachet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Pirtle kicks to Quickly. Here's Barnes. Rebounded by the Hawks.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And that one's good. Rizachet.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Barnes. And that one is good. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. It's Young on the wing. Johnson outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Raptors leading by 3. Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thank you, David. LeVert's checked in for Atlanta. Young dishes to Daniels. Three-pointer, LeVert. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. Ingram wide open. That 3 off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
LeVert up top, covered by Barnes.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Barnes kicks to Quickly. Buries the long-range jumper.
A major deep ball threat. Quickly has never seen a shot he didn't like.
For Atlanta, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding. Rising up off the ground.
Now here's Pirtle. And that one's good. Ingram.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
He throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Rizachet in for Trae Young. Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now LeVert with the drive. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Birtle sets the pick for Quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Substitution on the court.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Connects from three-point range.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Hawks shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Here's Quickly. Pass to Mobo. Here's Boucher. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Puffkin in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. LeVert with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that's now 7 points for Karis LeVert. Here's the screen. Top of the key. And it's Ingram missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Barrett, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's Capella after Toronto at the three-pointer. It's tipped. Here's LeVert. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point. Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
No good from outside. Raptors trail by 4. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And the Raptors miss again. He Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Capella with the bucket. And, Bray, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
The talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering, but there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on, and they're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Good on the shot. LeVert's got 9 points in the quarter.
And LeVert is playing with such passion on offense. He's just not afraid to play a big role on that end.
Now here's Ingram. 9 points in the game so far. Quickly with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's LeVert. He takes it in. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
And that one's good. Battle's got 9.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. They hate to see him give up in that situation.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Barnes is checked in for the Raptors. Dick comes in for Barrett. Raptors trail by 4. Astor quickly. A floater. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mufkin. To the paint. Capella finds man. 5 to shoot. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And here is Ingram. He's got 9. Barnes screen on LeVert. Ingram. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, guys, Caris LeVert getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Brandon Ingram's out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Abaji in at the small forward. Nailed from three-point land.
Undeniable range. Young is going to pull up the moment he gets any angle out there.
We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can defend, and he can really pass. Brent, he seems like the ideal wing.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. You don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities. But the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
Okongwu's shot is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
And the shot is good.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
And now here comes Daniel, leading the break. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Pirtle. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Johnson to screen. Young with no one around. Drops in the tray. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Asta Rizashea. Okongwu dishes to Johnson. Up and in on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Hawks lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
For 3, Ingram. And again, no good by Toronto.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's Pirtle. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 15-3 run. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Here's Shed. Still yet to score. It's Ingram on the wing. Intercepted. And now here comes Young leading the break. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Daniels, covered by Barnes. Young outside. Softly drops in the floater. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
So tricky there with the floater and a nice touch from Trae Young.
For 3, Ingram. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds in the game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in this game. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Clint Capella is out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Puffkin in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. This one for 3. Pass to Mobo. Onside Barrett. Barnes looking around. Drills the 3-pointer.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Atlanta leading by 17. Now here's LeVert. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. The offensive rebound. Pass to Buffkin. The Second chance effort. Capella trying to free himself up. Buffkin, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Atlanta.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Here's man. It's stolen. Driving in. Barnes can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Second chance shot. It's LeVert with the drive. He takes it up and lays it in. LeVert's got 19 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
And the gracefulness with which LeVert shoots the basketball. He makes that tricky floater look easy.
Atlanta leading by 19. Here's Buffkin. And good that time.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight. They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Now here's LeVert. D right on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jacoby Walter.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Young against Quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebound by the Hawks.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Risache. Atlanta again missing. Raptors trail by 20.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Caris LeVert.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. It's an 18-point game. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Quickly. And it's the Raptors ball. Stolen by LeVert. Young with the ball. From deep three-point territory. And he gets it back. And so it's the Hawks taking care of it. All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight. front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniel. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Instead, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. And the 3 ball is good.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Wiggins inside the line. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Daniels from outside. And Ware pulls it down.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Daniels passes to Johnson, shoots the 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Miami with a new 14. Over Johnson. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. You had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now Daniels following Alex Burks' 3-point attempt. And that one's good. Daniels.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Wiggins. Shoots over Rizushea. Off the left rim and out.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Miami trailing. And Rizushea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch, and his size. That becomes very tough to contain.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
3-pointer, Daniels. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And then Johnson with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now Okongwu following the 3-point attempt by Bam Adebayo. For the 3. Johnson's shot is off. The Heat trail by 5. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And here is Hero. Following the three from Onyeka Okongwu. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Adebayo against Johnson. Pass to Rizichet. 5 on the clock. The alley-oop. And Adebayo sends it back. Miami grabs the miss.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Hawks ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
They've got Clint Capella, Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Buffkin in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Mann gets the bucket.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Pass to Wiggins. Lets it go from deep. And the Heat, another three.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Buffkin. He's covered by Hero. With some arc, Buffkin with the bucket.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Here's Wiggins. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
The Heat trail by 3. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
On the wing, Mann. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Young looking around. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Love grabs the board.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Atlanta leading by 6. Capella inside. Jazz defending.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
D2 from Anderson. Miami no good on that time either. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Daniels, and he dunks it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. For 3, Love. Kept alive. Mitchell outside. Outside Robinson. And now here comes Daniel. Even the break. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Rizachet scores off the spin. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Well, Rizachet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The Hawks leading by 14. On the wing, Daniels. Got 3 off the mark. Heat shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
You can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Johnson comes in for George Niang. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Miami. Young, no good. The Heat trail by 12. A 3 from Anderson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Young against Mitchell. Tries the spin move. From deep. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got 7. And so it's Atlanta up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if it. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Your Hawks, 40, the Heat, 28.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. On the court for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot. And Young, here we go. Kicks it out to Johnson. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 12, and we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Heat have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization. Is they are all on the same page, and I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever, and that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Adebayo kicks to Hero. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Pulls up from the corner. Burks can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 9. And stolen by Wiggins. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Atlanta's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. A three-pointer. Wiggins, offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Hero. Deep, Adebayo. Good on the triple. Adebayo's got 5 points so far.
Exceptional shooter across the floor. Adebayo has a huge presence with the ball.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And the Heat with some changes.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Young. Robinson pulls it in. The Heat trail by 6. And at this point, Tyler Herro's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but giving a lot of credit, it never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Herro is an outstanding offensive player.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
That one, no good. Good D by Love. The Heat trail by 9. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Young against Love. Teardrop shot. Yes, that goes in. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Anderson's got 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Young with the ball. Robinson picks him up. And Young kicks to Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Fires the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Anderson, the bounce pass. The 3. Back to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Hackett. Off target from 3-point range. The Hawks leading by 8. Pass to Rizichet. Six on the shot clock. Going inside. That one goes in.
And as he gets more experience in the league, Rizichet will improve the attack.
Here's Anderson. Mitchell dishes to Anderson. Takes the 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Daniel from outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11. Now Anderson, he has 6. Puts up a 3. That shot misses. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks ahead. They finish off the... And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Hawks leading by 13. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Puffkin in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Mann with it. Now defended by Wiggins. LeVert from outside. Capella the pass to Niang. There's the 3. The Hawks again can't hit. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
With the teardrop. It's LeVert on the wing. Lets a floater go. Pass to Buffkin. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's Niang. He's guarded by Adebayo. Takes a three. He can't get that one. The Heat trail by 15. The three hits it from three-point range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Capella. The tray. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
The Hawks again can't hit. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Gets it down to single digits.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
They get it back. A three-pointer. Wiggins buries the long-range jumper. And now just a 4-point Hawks lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Miami?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Here's Ware. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Man with it. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Capella. They grabbed their own miss. Niang kicks to LeVert. He takes it in. Tries again. Yep, that one goes in there. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter. The Heat trail by 8. It's deflected. From deep three-point territory. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Wiggins from outside. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. Spins. Pass to LeVert. Five to shoot. Here he goes. Off target at the rim. Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Snatched up. Hero. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Andrew Wiggins. His first. Team
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Andrew Wiggins.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a great penalty.
Young's checked in for Clint Capella.
Number 11.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Deep Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. Launches from deep. Rebound by the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Tries the spin move. The kick out to Young. Johnson outside. In the corner, Daniels. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Young. Connects from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 11.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a bit. All right, David.
each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins, deadly enough from that spot.
Here's Ingram. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Hero, the pass to Burks. Off target from outside. Ingram deciding where to go with it. From about 16. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Like to see that as Ingram hits a shot from the mid-range. It's going to open some things up.
Outside Burks. The 3 is up. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Here's Ware. Miami, no good that time either. The Raptors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Quickly. Going inside. Outside for Ingram. Again, the miss by Ingram. Miami has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Wiggins, no good. Here's Toronto with the ball. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The 3 from Barnes. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, we all raise our eyebrows to the scoring, but Brandon Ingram is an assist getter.
Let's send it out to Ali LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Ali?
Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Ali.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Pass to Hero. Adebayo with it. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto leading by 3. The rebound by Ware. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Burks passes to Wiggins. Now here's Burks. Here's the 3. Pure from 3-point range. And that'll tie this game up.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Ingram outside. Hits the trifecta. Ingram's got 7.
Well, Brandon Ingram answering the call comes right back with 3 of his own.
Outside Burks. Wing shot on the way. And that one good. Burks has got his second basket. For Toronto, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. It's Barnes on the wing. Quickly outside. Pass to Ingram. Unloads. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. Adebayo with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Adebayo, no good.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Again, the miss by Ingram. The Heat have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Pass to Adebayo for 3. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Too much to worry about with Bam when he's in the post and on the elbow making plays. And now he's making 3s. Wow.
And Ingram gets it to go on the assist by Barnes.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 3-pointer. The rebound by Wiggins. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Burks. Here's Adebayo. Hero for three. That shot missing. What if it goes? That one doesn't drop. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Raptors out. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Setting the floor for Miami. Kevin Love out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Jaquez in at small forward. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting. And beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive, too.
Anderson for three. Hits the three-pointer. Anderson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Castleton. An easy two on the layup.
Like how selfless quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Left side Love. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
Here's Barrett. Here's Castleton. Covered by Love. Here's Castleton. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And the Raptors making a change here. The Heat have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. From deep, Mitchell is rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. And here's Ingram outside. Love grabs the miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times. I mean, he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Ingram. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
Ingram and that body and that maturation showing off in plays just like that.
Toronto trailing. Quickly finds Barnes. And he drops it in from the low post. Barnes has got 5 points.
If they keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Is that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, sometimes it draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
A big group substitution here for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Love. Wiggins comes in for Jaquez. Burks, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Hero in for Mitchell. Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And right now, people wanting to tune in as Brandon Ingram is putting on a show.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the second quarter. Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, it felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
Here's Hero, and from 16 feet away, he cans it. He's got 5.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Burks against Ingram. It's hauled in by the Heat. 52 seconds left in the second. Wiggins from long range. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Raptors lead by 8. Outside Ingram. Puts it up. And it falls all over the rim and in. Ingram's got 25 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean... taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Wiggins looking around. Outside Burks. Anderson for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Raptors up 9. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the 3-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett in at the 3, small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Hero for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
And Tyler Hero with another great look, just understanding where his teammates are.
Ingram against Burks. And that one's good. Ingram's got 29.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Toronto leading by 10. 4-3. And Hero grabs the board. Burks with it, and it's Ingram picking him up from behind the arc. Here's Ware. Wiggins from long range. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Ingram. He's off on that one. Heat trail by 10. Here's Hero. Quickly with a rebound. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Alan. Thank you.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Ingram. The teardrop. And he takes it up and lays it in. Ingram's got 31 points.
Brandon Ingram's advantage when he's down low like that still comes through in his length.
Toronto leading by 12. Pass to Ingram. Fires the three. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 7 rebounds in the game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:50 left in the third. Dick, the pass to Quickly. The 3-ball. Sinks it from distance. Quickly's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. A good look from Wiggins. Rebound Toronto.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
After years of competing for championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
Hero against Quickly. Outside Dick to the middle. Here's Pirtle. Over Wiggins. Blocked. And here we go. The Heat fast break. Here's Burks. Good work defensively by Dick. Toronto leading by 12. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Dick. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Ware. And for the Heat, they're shooting a low 30% from the floor. Burks for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
And Wiggins is a capable passer, someone that wants to hit a guy in the right spot.
Now Quickly. There's the 3. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
They set a pick. Pass to Roden. Uncovered. And there it is for him. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Roden no good. Wiggins outside. That 3's off the mark. Raptors lead by 12. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc.
Well done, Andrew Wiggins. If he can sustain that kind of energy on the defensive end, boy, he's an asset out there.
Walter from outside. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 9 rebounds now. Wiggins for 3. Mobo with the rebound. Mobo's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Abaji. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Hero. Wiggins from long range. Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Robinson, he's checked in for Burks. Toronto's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And that one's good. Lawson.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Ware's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Adebayo, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Out to the right wing. Here's Lawson. From outside, off the mark. Heat trail by 12. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with a triple.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Agbaji. Good on the shot. Agbaji's gotten his first points in this one. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Adebayo. Rebound by the Raptors. Mobo's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3. And it's Shed missing.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Kicks it to Hero. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. The kick out to Wiggins. No good on the 3.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Here's Lawson. Knocks down the long J. Lawson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Where? That's good.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Here's Shed. He's guarded by Hero. And it's going to be a 3-second call. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. And Miami with a change here too. Burks is checked in. And the Heat shooting just 38% here in the fourth. From deep three-point range, Hurdle grabs a miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Clock is at 3. Kicks it out to Barnes. Back to Ingram. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
Ingram fires from way outside. Off target with the shot. So the Raptors win it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little... face off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at small forward. Now here's Pirtle, quickly from outside. Always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Johnson against Barnes. Outside Ingram. Tries it from 16. Rebounded by Johnson.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
They get it back on the wing. Daniels takes a 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Pass to Quickly. Here's Barrett over Johnson. Barrett can't hit. Daniels passes to Young. Barnes with the rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And it's Quickly with a miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, Emmanuel Quickly is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates. And defensively, longer than you think and very mobile. And Scotty Barnes in his element. He's so confident in the paint.
Young from long range. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Ingram to the paint. Here's Pirtle. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Pirtle. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Quickly with a rebound. And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 2. Pure from three-point range.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Young from long range. And Atlanta misses again. The Raptors have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Ricochet. And Atlanta shooting has not been great early, just 27%. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. From deep, Johnson. Pass to Young. Here's Ricochet, guarded by Quickly. From downtown, he buries it from 3. Quickly's got 6.
Love to see Barrett aggressively sharing the basketball. Wants to get it to his teammates in their spots. Nice.
Johnson passes to Young. Pass to Daniels. Clock at 6. The kick out to Young. From deep. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Active defense without the Pirtle. That's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
The Raptors making a switch here. Castleton's checked in. for Toronto. They've got half their attempts to go, 6 of 12. The quick look, no good that time. The Hawks trailing. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. LeVert with the ball. Now quickly defending.
Fighting for the rebound, making sure they take back possession.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Pass to Castleton. Back to Quickly. Stolen by Capella. He can't get it to go. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Toronto out in front, up by 1. And back to the start of the... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
There it is, the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Mobo in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Off target from outside. Young looking around. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly. Shoots over Young. And it's Quickly with a miss. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Young misses. The Raptors with a lead. The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Atlanta. Daniels has got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Barnes finds Ingram. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Ingram's got 6 points.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And a fast break now for the Raptors. He was all alone on that one.
R.J. Barrett's instincts make him dangerous in transition. Nicely done.
There's Young with the 3, and play stops as it looks like an over-the-back call here.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Well, just good fundamental basketball. You go hunt the body, make sure you box out. Good job.
And that one's good. Ingram.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Yep, that one's good. Raptors lead by 6. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
Practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
He's off on the second. Hawks trail by 7. Here's Buffkin. Offline with a 3. Left side Ingram. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Hawks have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Here's Mann. Banked it in off the glass. Mann's got his first 2 points.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by the Hawks. To the left wing. Here's Buffkin. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Quickly passes to Ingram. Drops in the 3. Ingram's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the fluid shooting motion of Ingram makes him a real threat to knock down these corner triples. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the second quarter. On the wing man. Pass to Buffkin. Jacks up a 3. The offensive rebound. Capella Off target at the rim.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Boucher down low, guarded by Capella. Boucher, no good. Hawks trail by 8. Doris, one thing you can say about Karis LeVert, he knows how to seize an opportunity.
And the thing about it, BA, is it doesn't matter if that opportunity comes when he's being a starter or when he's coming off the bench. His mindset is, my skill set is score, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Risache, he's checked in for Man. And it's Trae Young in for Bufkin.
The versatile nature of Ingram's shooting can be tough to counter. Even the mid-range is a good option for him.
That is Trae's shot, the 3.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Lobo can't hit. Well, the Hawks shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. LeVert with the ball, and it's Ingram picking him up. And the Hawks with another 3.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Takes the 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Abaji. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Risache. Young, the pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Johnson for 3. No good. Would have counted had it gone. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the center position.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Hurdle's got 8 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Knocks it loose. Here's Pirtle. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Young with the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto leading by 5. Here comes Toronto on the push. Now Young with a steal. Pass to Risache. The 3. That shot off. For Toronto, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Drills it from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
It's stolen by Johnson. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. And Atlanta misses again. For Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. And out on the wing, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal. I'll tell you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Kongwu with the bucket.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up to the Toronto Raptors. They've led by as much as 10.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Toronto leading by 6. Puts up a 3. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Rizachet, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks. The Raptors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. And here's Ingram outside. Ingram can't get that one to fall. Hawks trail by 6. On the push, here comes Atlanta. And stolen by Barrett. And they're running. For 3. And it's Ingram with the basket on the assist by Barrett. Ingram's got 24 points.
That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Ingram with the ball. 24 points for him. Fires from deep. Ingram can't get that one to fall. And for Atlanta, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Pass to Rizachet. Driving in. Johnson against Pirtle. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by a Kongwu. A line change here for Toronto. Toronto leading by 7. Back to Barnes. Out to the right wing. Pass to Dick. Got it off in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Raptors out in front. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
3 points.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. They've got Walter, and it's Barnes in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Roden. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Niang. 4-3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Pass to Roden. Behind the back and lays it in. Roden's got his first bucket in this one.
Creative at the rim, giving the fans their money's worth.
Here's Krejci. Another 3 for Atlanta.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Man with a double team. Pass to Roden. Missed inside.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Man. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
To the wing on the left. Here's Walter. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's LeVert. Count that one.
Well, this is yet another example of the growth of Caris LeVert. You almost have to have that floater game in your arsenal.
Toronto grabs the miss. Lobo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Barnes. Will it go? Sinks the tray.
Oh, massive three-point shot. I mean, you can tell he wants to step up for his team in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Lobo tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Krejci. They get it back. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Krejci's got 12 points now in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. From the arc. Lobo with a rebound. Lobo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Driving to the basket. Outside Barnes. And all around the rim that time before dropping. And now it's just a 4-point Atlanta lead.
Scotty Barnes in the big-time delivery. Big spot, young man. Yes, sir.
There's a minute 40 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Krejci. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Krejci's got 14 points now in the 2nd half.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
To the left side wing. Up top Barnes. Here's Roden. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
LeVert right side. Can't cash it in from close range. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Roden. Yes!
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game. That is a cold-blooded dagger. Mr. LeVert, welcome to it.
This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
Here's Shed. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a 1-possession game.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Outside Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Johnson. The 3 is up. Vernal grabs a miss. Here's Shed. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.